silver only on plant spiders. She happened to be a kid that liked science, knew a lot about spiders. She got every comprehension question correct. Had nothing to do with her understanding the passage. It was because the passage said, how many legs do spiders have?
And that wasn't in the passage, that was just general knowledge.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And do you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
and that was a very, my son could answer that, he's in first grade. But yet that was supposed to be the second grade level question. To me, I feel like that's, a lot of times the RPAs and the RDAs, I notice their scores significantly decline when they're talking about random and obscure things, such as a rodeo, or that
We
one
said
that
the same
Mr.
thing,
Cherry
remember?
hears a voice. Remember the Pinocchio one?
Right.
Oh my gosh, they all bombed that one because the inference that they were supposed to be making about the talking thing, they were clueless, and it wasn't because
And
they
that
couldn't
was
make
confusing.
inferences.
I thought it was confusing.
It
That
was.
was
It was the way
yeah,
it was
that
written.
was yeah.
And it was totally
It was a lot of inferring. It was a lot of inferring.
and the way they
yeah.
put, the way they phrased the
Never
questions,
relied
we
on
all
experience
said
that the kids should
was
have
totally
also.
tricky.
Because we talked about that too. Remember, what was some of those things that Civarelli that we thought were, that the kids might have a problem
A
inferring.
rodeo.
The rodeo one,
Rodeo,
they never
and
been.
something else.
It was Jose's first one, not
Jose.
even that one. They don't know Jose unless they've
Right.
lived in Mexico recently.
Right.
I mean, how many?
Yeah,
No,
they-
I gave that name. I gave that
I did
name.
too.
I'm sorry, I
didn't.
gave
And
that
even when I
name.
gave it,
But and then
It's still,
and then
yeah.
they questioned
Josie.
Papa. Was Jose's Papa his Papa, like my
Or
kids
Grandpa.
call Grandpa
Oh,
Papa, or was it Dad?
Mexican.
Yeah, because
Right.
if they say Papi, Papi in
Right.
Spanish is usually referring to their father.
Right.
So if they have no knowledge of Spanish culture, they were not going to do well on that.
I was
It's-
surprised at that one.
But they were all like that, and I feel like the RPAs and the RDAs are very similar. So I don't feel like, was it too hard? Well, maybe, but was it the content that was too hard? Or is it what they're being measured on in terms
Well,
of
I'm gonna go get a test.
vocabulary? I've got one right here, I think, Celeste.
Okay, I know I have one in my room. Just
But I don't feel like, I feel like you have to take it with a grain of salt, and that's why when we look at the overall pictures and we look at all of our percentages and measure the percentages, I don't feel like we're always giving accurate data, because you have to look at the individual kid. If you gave a passage to Kenneth Castillo or Eliza Amon in my class, and they have ESL issues, and it's a tradition, of course